Bit of an exotic thing around here.
Oh, come on, I didn't think I was a stranger.
Oh, but you're still exotic. Danny, something tells me you've got a story to tell.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Party's outside. Happy New Year. It's a tradition around here.
Happy New Year.
And welcome to Airport Plaza Jewelers, the Kiosk Presents, here in Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and Western New York. Today we have a very, very special guest. And you probably know her better as Sarah Walker of NBC's Chuck, which is a whole nother thing. And by the way, the biggest fan of Chuck lives right here in Western New York. I'm going to tell Yvonne all about it. But now I've tipped my hand. We have Yvonne Stravonski from... like I said, you know her from Chuck, but now you're going to get to really see her go to work in The Killer Elite, which now opens in theaters everywhere. And Yvonne, welcome to the Kiosk Presents.
Hi, thank you.
Now listen, this is pretty cool because you're going to be, well, tell us a little bit about your role in The Killer Elite, because you're starring in it. So what do you do? Who are you?
Well, I play Anne in The Killer Elite. I play Jason Statham's sort of love interest, and you know, it's sort of the love story amidst all of this action that's going on in this movie, where Jason's character is an assassin who's sort of trying to get out of that world, and one of the big reasons why he's trying to leave that world behind.
Sort of is it a spy movie?
It's more of an action thriller. I mean, there's a lot of guns, a lot of fights. It's definitely one for the boys, but I think my contribution to the movie is definitely the part that the girls are going to want to watch.
Well, you know, you graduated from college in 2003. 8 years later, you're starring with De Niro, Owen, Statham. Come on, I mean, my goodness, you don't waste any time.
Yeah, I have to say I feel pretty lucky to be part of a movie with such an amazing cast, and it was definitely a very big treat to work with Robert De Niro, of course, who is a legend in this industry.
You bet. I've read a lot about in your bio and all that theater is in your blood. It's core to your being. You love theater and all that. What's it like going from theater to the Hollywood big screen?
Oh, it's a lot different. I did a lot of theater training in high school, and then I did 3 years of it at university, and it's just a whole different beast. Very different techniques. So I definitely had a lot of learning to do when I first landed my job as Sarah Walker on Chuck. You know, it was something that I'd never experienced, and the pace here as well on a show like that is extremely fast. So there's a lot to get used to.
You've got to be very pleased with how Chuck's been embraced. Everybody loves Chuck, and you know the series, and you've got to be delighted. Now I understand you're married, and now you're not going to be the CIA agent anymore because you're married, and Chuck no longer has a computer in his head and all that. So how does that change? What do we look forward to in the coming season?
Well, in season 5, yeah, like you said, where Chuck and I are married, it's kind of like we have a man-child called Morgan Grimes, because Morgan now has the intersect in his brain, and we have to look after Morgan because it's a little tricky with him wanting to go off and use the intersect to its fullest capacity. And yeah, we have our own company, and the dynamic is I think it's a lot more fun. Like, I mean, we were fun in the first place, but it's a different type of fun now that everybody knows, including Chuck's sister Ellie and Captain Awesome. You know, everyone knows now about this spy life that we're all involved in, so it's more open, you know, and a bit of a Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe with Chuck and Sarah being married.
You know, Yvonne, Buffalo, I don't know if you know this, but Buffalo, New York has a huge Polish population.
Oh, right.
And a very proud heritage. Do you speak any Polish?
I do.
Okay. Could you take just a second to invite all the Polish-speaking listeners to come see The Killer Elite? Do you?
Ja, mam nadzieję, że wszyscy pójdą do kina, żeby zobaczyć mój film Killer Elite, i mam nadzieję, że wszystkim się będzie podobał ten film.
And Buffalo, I double that, okay? So we got to all go out and see Killer Elite. You know, you've been described as a striking beauty with undeniable talent. When I heard that, I felt an instant bond with you because they say that about me here in Buffalo. But it's usually with a Billy Crystal kind of, you're a beautiful man, Don, you know, something like that. But not quite the same thing, okay? But let me ask you a question. What is on the horizon? I know you, because you do movies and then you do the series. How do you blend being a Hollywood star along with being a star of the small screen, you know, with the series?
It's a lot of juggling, I have to say. It's a lot of juggling and good timing. I shot The Killer Elite right after season 3 of Chuck, so it was last year, and it kind of, thank God, it sort of fell right into that hiatus of mine, which timed out perfectly. So it's sort of, you know, you do the movie and then you do 8 months of Chuck, and then hopefully there's a project that you want to do that slots right into the next break from the series. So in my last break I shot I did a little bit with Barbara Streisand and Seth Rogen on their new movie called My Mother's Curse, which I think is coming out next year, and that's a comedy. So it was really nice, again, to sort of change the pace and be part of a straight-up comedy, you know, after being part of this action thriller that is Killer Elite.
That sounds pretty exciting. Where does it all go from here for you, Yvonne?
Who knows? I mean, I'll be wrapping up season 5 Chuck at the end of this year, and then I guess I'm officially unemployed. So we'll see.
From the sound of it, I think you'd call it vacation time.
Vacation time, yes. Maybe a tropical island somewhere.
There's nothing wrong with that. And then go reflect a little bit. But any chance of you doing theater in the future?
I would like to do theater, definitely. I mean, I grew up on the stage, and I've been away from it for probably 5 to 6 years now. So we'll see. Maybe not in the near future, because I'd probably like to focus a little bit more on film, seeing as I've been doing television full-time. But, you know, it all depends on the character. If there's a great character that comes my way, whether it's theater, film, or television, then I'll definitely be looking into it.
That's great. The movie is The Killer Elite. Opens in theaters everywhere. Actually, it's open now. So get out there and see it. And all of our Polish population and our non-Polish population in Western Europe is going to go out and see it, Yvonne. Yvonne, thank you very much. You've been great coming, visiting us at the Chaos Presents. And best of luck to you in everything.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. You have no idea.
What are you doing? Let me get my watch back.
Should have stayed away.
The gloves are off. This ends today.